Base and Mongo. So those are the key area I manage. I also manage database in the Azure. So we have a number of database they're running on the Azure. So I have to manage those database as well. So yeah, so that's all. So this is the I'm trying to take my career to a different level, and I think like Azure Administrator will be a good way for the future. So that's why I'm trying to learn
Cool.
this Azure Administrator.
Fine,
You
fine,
use
fine.
you use MacBook. How's the MacBook? Is it good?
Yeah, yeah, good.
I don't know why I don't like MacBook.
Once you start using, you forget like about Windows.
Really?
Yep.
Yes, I'm planning to actually to buy it.
Cool. I hope you able to see my screen, right?
I do, yeah.
Recording is started. I'll send you the recording once we complete our
Thank you.
class. Every class is each and every classes will send you the each and every recordings.
Yeah,
Cool.
sounds good.
Azure Administrator, the exam code for Azure Administrator is AZ-104, right? Certification code. And let's talk about what are the points or what are the modules we are going to cover in this particular training. So
Right.
Microsoft can give us like as a five different modules. Like we need to start from the very basic, which is related to the manage Azure identity and governance. It
Hmm.
is correlated to the Azure Active Directory services. Second option, implement and manage storage. Third option, deploy and manage Azure compute resources. Fourth, implement and manage Azure virtual networking. And the last one, which is really important, monitoring and maintain Azure resources. So these five different modules we are going to cover in our entire training.
Right.
If you really want to become a kind of you want to become a Azure expert, Azure administrator, so you should know about the practical implementation of each and every
Exactly,
modules.
exactly, yeah. The
Hmm.
theoretical point of view, I have a quite basic
I
knowledge
know,
on
I
it.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah, lots of content are available on Google.
exactly,
You
yeah.
can find lots of content directly from YouTube,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly, yeah.
So, but the agenda you must need to know about the backend in the sense why
Exactly.
we need to implement this particular service. Second,
Correct.
how to implement the services, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, so let's start from okay, let me help you to understand about the gap between manage Azure identity and governance, storage, compute, virtual networking, and monitoring panel in our language. So
Right.
as you, do you have idea about Active Directory?
Yes, I do understand about Active Directory, yeah.
You know about the server
I
Active Directory, like
Yeah, yeah.
in server
So
22.
basically, yeah, basically is manage all the user identity. So basically we create all the user ID group and assign the user to the ID group, and that ID group we assign to the SQL server. So that point of view, yes, I do understand about service account, like Active Directory group, user account, all those stuff.
Great. As it is, you're talking about on-premises AD, as it is, Microsoft can give us a complete package of Active, not Active Directory, which is considered as a Azure Active Directory, but recently they did, they changed the name of our Azure Active Directory and make it a kind of Microsoft Intra ID.
Yeah,
Microsoft Intra ID, you can consider it as a PaaS AD, Platform as a Services AD, means every backend activity managed by provider,
hmm,
and we are responsible to just directly create the users, manage user, and modify user, and manage different services with the help of user account.
right.
So before start our journey with Microsoft Azure Identity, our governance, we are going to discuss about the base of Azure, like the base of Azure in the sense base of our Azure portal services. Okay,
Right. Hmm.
so as per the name suggests, Azure is a type of popular cloud service provider, right? It's a type of
Right, yeah.
popular cloud service provider. N number of service providers are available, like you know very well about Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, Alibaba Cloud. Azure is also a type of cloud service provider that managed by Microsoft.
Right.
So, what you understand about cloud technology or cloud computing?
So the cloud computing, basically you are purchasing or renting a resource from the cloud vendor, and you are using it and you are paying as based on your, you can pay like a pay as you go, or you
Hmm.
can pay as a yearly basis, or you can pay, Microsoft has a different kind of contract with client. But most of the time, the contract they go with pay as you go. It means whatever you use, you will pay. You will pay that amount of money based on your usage.
Cool. What types of services we can purchase from cloud?
We can purchase different services like PaaS, IaaS, and SaaS. That's
Hmm.
basically mainly three of them. So different. So SaaS basically is software as a services. The software is completely managed by the vendor. For example, Microsoft like a 365. Then we can talk about PaaS, platform as a service. So in the platform service, we as a DBA or admin, we are responsible to sorry, platform as a service means like the is managed by the vendor, but we can utilize it. The example, Azure Managed Instance, SQL database, app services, storage, right? All of those. And IaaS mean infrastructure as a service. It means we can get a, for example, like the virtual machine, and we can install everything inside the virtual machine. That means we will manage the virtual machine. We can create, we can deploy, we can take a backup, we can take maintenance, we can do patching, all the things we can do it. And if we get those kind of service, it will be considered as infrastructure as a service.
Great. So you can also say that for cloud technology, these three pillars can manage all the thing related to
Right,
Azure
yeah.
portal, right? You can
Hmm.
consider
Yeah.
it that these all are the cloud technology pillars, pillars of cloud technology.
Right.
Okay, so first of all, let's talk about cloud technology. So in case of cloud technology, we are trying to understand about the gap between infrastructure as a services, and then second important part is platform as a services, and the last one is software as a
Infrastructure.
services,
Yeah.
right? So
Hmm.
infrastructure as a services, basically, if we talk about the concept of infrastructure as a services, which is also considered as a manageable services,
Right.
all the services that you can manage by self, consider
Let me
as a
let me do something, right. When you are teaching me, just feel like I don't know anything. To be honest, I don't know anything. So just feel like
mm,
I'm a brand new guy came to you.
sure,
So
sure, sure.
teach like that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Fine. So cloud technology, definitely it's a type of platform where we can purchase XYZ, any resources that you need. Do you want to firewall? You can purchase. Do you want to set up your own database? Definitely Azure Marketplace will give you option to purchase database, any kind of database, Oracle, SQL, MongoDB, or already a number of databases are available over a portal. So to
Right.
understand about the base of any cloud technology, I'm not talking about the Azure only, because the base for each and every cloud providers are similar to each other.
Right.
Amazon can give us an option to set up our services based on infrastructure, based on platform, based on software as a services. Google Cloud can also give us an option to set up our services by using infrastructure, platform, and software as a services.
Right.
But as a engineer, as a cloud consultant, our responsibility, we should know about the actual technical gap between these three different points. So IaaS is also considered as a manageable services. The meaning of manageable services in this case, users means you and me able to set up 75% work managed by user. Okay,
Right.
75% work managed by user, you can say that customer. Only 25% task 25% work managed by provider.
Right.
All right. As
Right.
it
Yeah.
is platform as a services, which is totally opposite of infrastructure as a services.
Right.
We talk about platform as a services, which is totally different from our infrastructure as a services. We also need to know about the examples related to infrastructure as a services. A number of examples, like virtual machine, best example of infrastructure as a services. You are going to set up your own storage. Definitely, storage is also a part of our infrastructure as a services. You are going to set up your network, uh, which is also considered as a infrastructure as a services. Why? I'm going to prove you, like why we are going to consider these resources as infrastructure as a services. Let me give you one example. For example, you are going to purchase one virtual machine. This is your VM. The capacity of your virtual machine may be with 4 GB of RAM. Okay, CPU with 4 core, and storage. I'm talking about the hard drive with 130 GB. And operating system, you are using maybe Windows 10 operating system or Windows 11 operating system. Cool. This is
Right.
the virtual machine that you purchase, and everything is okay. You are able to access the virtual machine's RDP. You are able to perform your own task. You can install, you can install, and you can configure everything, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's talk about after few days, like after 1 month, right? After 1 month, you want to change the configuration. You don't want to go with the 4 GB because your application is not working properly.
Right.
You're not able to utilize, you're not able to manage all features of application that you installed. Okay. So in this situation, what you need to do, Azure will give you option. This is the platform and this is the list of RAM, right? This is the list of RAM 4 GB, 8 GB, 6 GB, 10 GB, 12 GB. You can select, you can connect with your machine and start using your services. You are the owner of this machine and you can do that by self. Got it what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Means every task, Azure will give you platform. Azure will give you the list of configuration. We are responsible to select the hardware, suitable hardware, and add with your virtual machine and start using services. All right, please.
Right. Yeah.
This is infrastructure as a service. Lots of example, not only one virtual machine, lots of examples related to the infrastructure as services. Second,
Right.
PaaS services, platform as a services, which is totally opposite of our infrastructure as a services. That's why it's considered as a unmanageable. Okay,
Right.
unmanageable services means 75% work or task managed by provider. Provider in the sense maybe Azure, maybe AWS, and only 25% task, 25% work managed by user or customers.
Right.
Best example of platform as a service, a number of example, although we have a number of example. Best example to understand about unmanageable services, which is Azure AD. Earlier it was Azure AD, but now you can consider it as a Microsoft Intraconnect. Number one,
Intra-connect. Yeah.
right? Number second, I hope you heard about Azure App Services.
Yes. Yeah.
What is use of Azure App Services?
Is basically deploy the apps in a pre-build. Everything is there. You just need to deploy your code over there. You need to configure your domain so your apps can run using that services.
All good, right?
Am I
Like
right? Am I right or
ex-
wrong?
exactly. See,
Yeah.
like you design your website with the help of .NET, PHP, Java,
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
any language, Python, JSON, any language that you use to set up your not set up, design your website, and now you decided you want to host it to worldwide with the help of your own domain that you purchased,
Yeah.
right? So we have a multiple way. We have a multiple way to host our website to worldwide.
Right.
One,
Yes.
you can create virtual machine, set up a high
Right.
configuration RAM and CPU, everything you need to
Exactly.
establish by self. Decide a type of platform. It may be Windows, it may be Linux. In case
Right.
of Windows, you need to install, I think, Internet Information Services, IIS. And
Right.
in
Web
case
server.
of using Linux operating system, like the platform that you decided for Linux, then Apache service come into the picture, right?
Right.
So with the help of Windows or Linux operating system, we are able to host our website, but make sure you are the owner and you need to perform all the tasks manually. But
Right.
using app service, our responsibility to just perform only 25% task. What are the activity we need to perform? You need to decide the platform. Number one, like you are planning to host your website with the designed with the help of .NET. Okay, you need to decide the plan like 4 GB of RAM or auto scaling or customize SSL like that. So you just need to decide the plan and create and then simple upload your data from on premises using what? Using FTP protocol.
Right. Yes.
The website that you created on premises, you simple need to use FTP protocol and upload your data to this particular Azure application services. Within 5 minutes, we are able to access our website from anywhere in the world. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Cool. This is about the PaaS services and last SaaS services. As per the names, which is the meaning of SaaS services, which is considered as a software as a services, best practical or best example. Actually, SaaS services will not give you any kind of SaaS services will not give you any kind of what resources. It give
Hmm.
you the pre-configured services. Means
Right.
most of the things are managed by provider. We are a customer. We just need to access the resource, access the features or services that managed by provider. Like as a best example for this particular terms, SaaS term, Microsoft 365 portal.
Right.
What is the use of Microsoft 365 portal?
Basically email, SharePoint, all the stuff.
Email management. Okay.
Mhm.
You can manage SharePoint.
SharePoint,
You can manage
Excel,
Teams. Hmm?
yeah, team, Excel, yeah, team,
OneDrive.
like OneDrive, Word, Excel.
All Office package.
Right.
Hmm? In the all Office package, yes, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote.
Right.
These all are product of Office package. We can say that, right?
Right. Yeah.
This is the base of cloud technology. And it's our
Right.
responsibility while set up our resources over a portal. You must need to understand, okay, this is the part of PaaS service, this is IES service, this is SaaS service. Although Microsoft Azure segregated all the services.
Right.
Microsoft segregated all the services. Whenever we open the page of Microsoft, whenever we open the Microsoft Azure portal, it will give you like the list of services. These services are part of infrastructure. These services are part of platform as a services and software as a services. Correct?
Right. Yeah.
Cool. This is the base. And second important part I wanted to add, which is really important. Let's talk about the concept of Azure subscription. You need to know about the different types of Azure subscriptions that we have. So how many types of subscription are available?
So far, I know like one type, pay as you go,
Mhm.
and I don't know anything else.
Okay, each and every cloud service provider can give us access of free trial,
Mm-hmm.
then pay as you go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and number third, MSDN subscription is also available.
What is that?
MSDN,
What does that stand for?
Microsoft Developer,
Okay,
right?
Microsoft
Total,
Dev.
yeah, Microsoft Developer.
Okay,
You can say
then
that network, Microsoft Developer Network, MSDN subscription. Three different types of subscription we can use with Microsoft services.
right,
Cool. Let's talk about the work of free trial subscription. In case of free trial, it will give us a $200. Azure will provide $200 for 30 days to use and set up your own infrastructure over Azure portal. All right.
right.
Next, pay as you go. As per the name suggests, pay as per usage. You are going to set up your virtual machine, you are going to establish your storage, your network, anything, any services that you want to implement over a portal, you have to pay the amount for each and
Right,
every
yeah.
services.
Whatever you use.
Yeah, as per the
Yeah.
usage, you have to pay the amount. Number next, MSDN basically categorized in two different part. One for organization and second for MCT. Okay, Microsoft Certified Trainer. For
Okay.
organization, they are going Microsoft can give us a kind of complement with huge amount and huge validity. The organization will get up to 10K dollar with the validity of 12 months. Okay,
Right.
this is just example, like maximum will get up to 30K dollars. It's based on your kind of marketing team, how marketing team coordinate with Microsoft. And the second one is Microsoft certified trainer. For Microsoft certified trainer, $100 per month. Every month, Azure will provide $100 for practice purpose with lots of
Right.
complement, with lots of application.
Right.
Is all right, please?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is about the subscription. And apart from this, let's try to understand about some other important features of our Azure portal. So you can say that Azure portal management.
Mm-hmm.
In case of Azure portal management, you need to know about some important components like as you can say that uh, Azure region and zone, which is really important. Okay,
Right.
you need to know about Azure resource group. Number third, all resources,
Right.
and number fourth, you can also use Azure Marketplace. And the last one is Azure Support Plan. As a administrator, it's our responsibility. We should know about the use cases of season and zone. We should know about the work of resource group, about all resources, marketplace, how we can use the feature of marketplace.
Mhm.
And we also need to know about the Azure Support Plan.
Right.
What do you think about the region and zone of Azure portal?
So basically, Azure region and zone. So Microsoft has a different region to all over the world. For example, East US 2, then those are basically located in Virginia, right? So those are basically Azure region, and zone is inside of the region. So
Uh-huh.
in a one region can have the multiple zone, and those zone can work as a like availability zone, right? For example, in East US, it has I think in East US 2, it has three zone, right? In
Correct,
in
correct.
this region, it has a three zone, and each zone has their own data center, own server, own cooling, and everything, right? And
Exactly.
each zone will have a connect with other zone instant there are any kind of disaster. So basically, for a disaster recovery purposes, they can also use zone, which is called availability zone, and those
Uh-huh.
zone are under the region. Azure resource group is just a container, so you can put all of your resource under a particular group. So let's say if you are trying to deploy apps, like say Fin apps, and so what you can do, you can create a resource group and you can put all of the resource that using for Fin app. You can put everything under the Azure resource group, so it will be easier for you to manage all the resources for a particular, let's say, particular project or particular apps or particular website. Marketplace, where you can buy, where you can when you can purchase a SaaS platform. Sometimes those platforms, let's say, not managed by Azure, you can buy it. Those are managed by, let's say, in other vendor as well, right? And
Exactly.
Azure support plan, basically, I think by default, uh, it comes with one plans. This is basically basic plan, but you also can buy the support plan to get a support from Microsoft team if you encounter with an issue. And all resource means whatever resource are providing by Azure, that would be considered the all resources. Now, please help me if I made any mistake. I know I made mistake. I couldn't able to answer all of them properly, but that's the basic idea I have.
No, correct. Right. Region and zone, like not only the Azure, each and every cloud service provider establish their data center uh, in
Can you
different
can
geographical
you give me like
location.
2 minutes? I'm just gonna go and grab glass of water.
Sure, 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 sure.
Okay,
Please,
just 1 minute.
please.
1 minute.
Yeah.
Sorry for kept you waiting. I got thirsty. Yeah, please
No
go
issue.
ahead. Please continue.
Cool. So definitely region and zone, like which is applicable for each and every cloud service provider. Not only the Azure, Amazon can also establish their data center in different geographical location, and Alibaba Cloud, right? And means each and every cloud service provider establish their data center in different geographical location like this.
Right, yeah.
This is entire globe, and they establish their own data center in different geographical location to enhance the availability, increase the availability. These all are the data center available in different location: Asia Pacific, India, Central India, Dubai, Australia, right?
Right, yeah.
USA, Central US, East US, West US, Canada. And the important part, each and every data center are connected to each other. The important part, and these connection basically managed by Azure itself.
Right.
All the data centers are communicating to each other. That is why Microsoft, by default, with every resources, yes, with every resources, Microsoft can provide us up to 95.99% of fault tolerance. What is fault tolerance, please?
Fault tolerance means, is my understanding is Like let's say it's one server or one data center, if it goes down,
Hmm.
then another data center can take responsibility.
Okay, we can say that availability.
Availability, to make sure,
Hmm.
for example, like if any kind of like disaster happen in the one particular data center, then another particular data center can provide a support to your apps.
Exactly, means you can access your resources from different location.
Exactly. Yeah.
It will give you the uptime. You can say that. You can consider
Right.
it
Yeah.
as a
Uptime. Yes.
uptime.
Yep.
This is default uptime. We can increase it. Yeah, we can increase it up to 99.999% of fault tolerance, right?
Right.
But in this case, multiple parts come into the picture, multiple services come into the picture, like
Right.
replication, number second, disaster recovery, number
Hmm.
third, backup, right?
Right.
Number fourth, migration. All right. So with the
Right.
help of these features, we are able to increase our 95.99% of fault tolerance to 99 point triple 5 times 9% of fault tolerance.
Right.
Only because of they established their data center in different geographical locations. Now,
That's true. Yeah.
one is region and another considered as a zone. So you can see that, for example, this is our region. I'm going to consider region as a AP, Asia Pacific. And in the Asia Pacific, we are able to find multiple data centers like as Central India and Australia, not Australia, I think Japan. Japan
Yeah.
is,
Japan. Japan. Yeah.
which
Previously they were
is
Singapore. Yeah.
part of our Asia Pacific. So these
Right.
data centers are considered as a zone. The actual location of our data center that established by provider, that established by Azure, always considered as a zone. All right, please.
Right. Yeah.
Why it is important? Because we are going to set up our VM, we are going to set up our storage, we need to configure our VPN server. So you should know about the importance of zone and region. Why we need to
Right.
establish our resource in central US. Why we are going to create our virtual machine in the location of India location or any other Dubai location. So you should know about the reason why we are going to choose these locations. Okay.
Right. Yes.
Let's talk about resource group, right? Resource group, which is really important. And meanwhile, let me open our Azure portal as well. So how it's look like, portal.azure.com, and we are able to find multiple services are available: compute, journal, container, DevOps, hybrid, multi-cloud, identity, integrated integration. Multiple services are available over a portal, right?
Right. Yeah.
So if you are going to create storage account, like I created multiple storage account, class test 1988, hybrid storage 1988, testing storage 1980, multiple storage are available in my account, right?
Right.
And most of the services are running in location of central US.
Right.
Apart from the central US, this is one important part: resource group. The name of resource group basically AVD class. All the resources, all the storage account that I created are part of, are available, are contained by AVD class, right?
Right.
So you can say that if anyone asks a question, what is the like resource group? So you can define, you can describe like this is the type of container. Yes, this is type
Hmm.
of container, and with the help of container, we are able to store our resources.
Right.
with the help of container, we are able to resource our container. You can consider it as a just like as an organizational unit that we are going to create in our on-premises Active Directory. Remember,
Yes, yes.
OU is also considered as a container, right? Organizational
Right,
unit
yeah.
also considered as a container, and you can put your own resources. You can put your own storage or on services, right?
Right, right. You are the certified trainer, right?
Yeah, I'm MCT. It's been 4 year from past 4 year. Carrying my MCT certificate.
Wow, nice, nice.
So resource group, the important part, like what is the real usage? Like that with the help of single account, if I'm going to start a kind of freelancing to provide technical support or to set up a website for different client. So
Right,
what I need to do, first of all, I need to segregate because management is really important. How you are going to manage the services for your client. This is really important. So RG means resource group come into the picture. Let's take an example. You are going to take care, you are going to provide services to Dell, you are going to provide services to IBM, and you are
hmm
going to provide services to HCL as well. With the help of single account, with the help of single Azure portal, you are planning to set up resources for HCL, IBM, and Dell as well. Clear?
right.
Dell requested, can you please give me 5 virtual machine with XYZ configuration? Dell requested for virtual machine. IBM requested for up to 100 TB of storage. Okay, and
Right,
HCL can give us a kind of contract to host our website and application. Please host website and applications. So what you need to
right.
do, you should create a container first. One container for Dell, another container for IBM, another container for HCL. It's according to the department, according to the company, not only the department, right? According to the company or client, you should create at least this is kind of folder, create container, and after that, purchase service as per the client requirement.
Right.
Why it is important? In future, you are going to set up a kind of policy. In
hmm
future, you are going to the segregate the billing part,
hmm
right? Maintenance. So, which is really helpful. Like if we receive a ticket from Dell, so we just need to open the resource group of Dell only.
Right.
If the all services are running on same portal and we don't have any option to segregate these resources according to the client, we are not able to manage anything. Maybe it will
Yeah.
create a problem. Like as
It will.
Dell requested to just change the RAM and some virtual machines of IBM also available in the same location. So,
Yeah.
which is really difficult to recognize uh, which machines required to modify it, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
You need to verify each and everything like public IP address, then private IP address, then operating system and softwares that you install for Dell. You need to check it manually and it will take much time basically. It's a time
Exactly.
taken process. So that is why OU, or you can say that container come into the picture. The container considered as a resource group, and you just need to set up your resource group and put your virtual machines, any resources, not only the virtual machine. You can put your resources and then you start using services. This is
Right.
about the resource group. Apart from this, all resources options also available. The meaning of all resources, this is single kind of service. You just need to click here and it will give you the list of your resources. VM, NIC card, storage, right? Application services, any kind of database, any other services like as a networking. It will give you the list of our services. Okay, and also
Right.
provide the location. This is available in Central US, this is available in Japan, this one is available in Australia, this is available in India. So if you want to verify the how many services are currently running on your our portal, then I think resource group all resources can help us.
Right.
How it's look like, this is our Azure portal and we are able to find one option which is considered as all resources. See,
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
going to click here and it will give you list. It will provide us a list. These all are a type of
Resource.
resources. Central US, East US, most of the resources are available in Central US. Global, some services are applicable for global level. Central Canada, East Asia, right? Multiple locations I used. So benefit, if you want to delete most of services, we just need to select it and delete it, right? So
Right.
within second, you can proceed and delete all the services to save some time. And this is really helpful for like as in case of training period.
Right. Yeah.
Because what happened if in case of training, like you just created your own free trial account and create one virtual machine and forget about to turn off your VM, it will consume entire amount. Entire, it will increase the bill of our account. Correct?
Right. Mhm.
Cool. Any doubt, any question about the points
No,
that
man.
we
Thank
discussed
you.
so far?
Everything is very clear.
This is base, this is backbone. If we good with
Right.
this point, then definitely we are able to handle the services.
Right.
Clear? So
Right.
next we are going to discuss about the like marketplace Azure support plan it, and then we can proceed with Azure Active Directory Services, which is considered as a backbone of our
Yeah, that's that one very
entire portal.
important actually.
Hmm.
And to me, I'm still very confused about Azure Active Directory services. So
No worry, I have on-premises AD set up as well. So meanwhile, we'll access my on-premises AD. Compare Azure AD to on-premises AD, then
yeah,
definitely it will help you. Okay, these types of activity performed by only Azure AD and these tasks basically performed by only on-premises AD.
that's true. Yeah, thank you.
Cool. Any doubt, any question?
No, so far very clear.
I'll send you the recording in maybe next 1 hour because I need to
Okay,
wait to
no problem.
convert.
Sure,
And you should go through and put your recording in your on HDD class wise. That will definitely help you once we complete our training.
exactly, exactly. I'll do it.
And we'll connect on next class, like on
On I mean Saturday at 10 and Sunday at 10, right?
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So the quick question, like, what do you think? How many days is gonna take to complete all of the courses?
I'll try to complete like as within more than within like as 40 to 45 days. I'll
Okay,
try to
sounds good.
complete before. It's a fully
Yeah,
depend upon you how much because currently we
yeah.
are talking
I'm
about
fine.
the
If you if
theoretical
you
part. Hmm?
if you give me well like 2 hours of class, I can handle it. I'm very dedicated to my study, and I
Great, great.
spend lots of time to study. To be honest.
I'll try
Yeah.
to like as schedule for two
Okay.
hours,
Okay, man.
right?
So we are connecting on Saturday at 10, right? And Sunday at 10.
Same time.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you. Appreciate for your time.
my
I'll
pleasure.
see you on Saturday on Saturday 10 p.m.
Sure. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Take care.